You're over 50, maybe even 60. You've worked hard, raised a family, lived a full life, but when you look at your retirement account, there's little or nothing there. The clock is ticking, and you feel the weight of regret pressing down on your shoulders. The question comes, is it too late for me? I want to tell you something important. My name is Stanley Wolfe. I'm in my late 60s now, and I've been retired for more than a decade. I've seen friends and family who were well prepared for retirement, and I've also seen people who weren't. Some gave up. Others decided to fight back, to start late but finish strong. I want to be the voice that tells you the truth. It is never too late. The earlier the better, yes, but even in your 50s or 60s, you can build a future worth looking forward to. Today, I'll share with you 7 lessons I wish someone had sat me down and explained when I was in my 50s. Lessons that can still change your life. Let's start with the fear. At 50 or 60, you don't just worry about money, you worry about time. You see young people in their 20s talking about retiring at 40, and you think, that ship has sailed for me. I remember sitting at my kitchen table at 52, looking at a balance sheet that didn't look anything like a retirement plan. It looked more like a grocery list with nothing checked off. I felt ashamed, almost foolish. I thought, I've lived too long to be starting over now. But here's the secret I learned. Regret doesn't put food on the table. Regret doesn't pay your bills. Action does, and action can start today. You've probably heard of FIRE, the movement for financial independence, retire early. It's filled with 20 and 30-somethings who save half their income and dream of retiring at 40. At first, you might laugh. I'm 58. Retire early, retire at 40, that's impossible. And you're right, you can't go back in time. But you can borrow the mindset, the strategies, and the energy. The FIRE movement is about living intentionally, about saving more than you spend, about controlling your future instead of letting your future control you. You don't have to chase their timelines. Instead, you can chase their habits. When I discovered the FIRE community, I didn't try to copy the 25-year-olds on Reddit, but I did copy their focus. I started asking, what can I save? What can I cut? What can I change today that makes tomorrow better? And let me tell you, it works. Here's something I learned late in life. The small stuff matters, but the big stuff can change everything. Most of us have 2 giant money pits, housing and cars. Those are the anchors holding us back. At 55, my wife and I asked ourselves a scary question. Do we really need this big house? We'd raised our kids there, we had memories in every room. Downsizing felt almost like betraying our past. But you know what? Letting go of that house freed us. We moved into something smaller, more affordable, easier to maintain. Suddenly, money we once spent on property taxes, insurance, and maintenance went into savings instead. Cars were the same story. I had always thought a man should have his own car. My wife should too. But then we asked, what if we only had one? It sounded impossible, but we tried it. And you know what? It worked. We saved thousands a year, not just on the car payment, but on insurance, gas, and repairs. Big changes, big results. That's how you shorten the distance between you and retirement. After the big stuff, let's talk about the small stuff, but in a smarter way. I call it the one and done method. Make a decision once and let it save you money forever. Shop for cheaper car insurance one time and you save every month. Cancel the subscription you forgot you had, and the money flows back into your pocket without you even noticing. Refinance a loan to a lower interest rate and the savings compound month after month. One change, one choice. Done. When I was younger, I wasted so much energy obsessing over small purchases. Should I buy this coffee? Should I treat myself to lunch? But the truth is, your life doesn't change because of coffee. It changes because of recurring bills. One and done. Find them, cut them, redirect the money straight into savings. This one might sting, but it's the truth. You have to put your oxygen mask on first. I know parents and grandparents who emptied their wallets to pay for their children's or grandchildren's education. Noble, yes, But here's the harsh reality. Those same parents now struggle to pay for groceries in retirement. Your kids can take loans for school, they can work, they can earn. But no one is giving you a loan for retirement. I had to learn this the hard way. At one point, I was funneling money into my granddaughter's college fund while neglecting my 401,000. That was a mistake. If you're behind on retirement, you have to put yourself first. Build your own safety net before you try to build one for others. It's not selfish, it's wise. Retirement doesn't have to mean the end of income. In fact, one of the smartest things you can do is build a lifestyle-friendly side income. When I retired, I didn't stop working completely. I found things I loved doing, mentoring younger workers, writing about my career experiences, even consulting part-time. Not only did it give me purpose, but it added a steady $1,000 a month. Now, you might think $1,000 isn't life-changing, but let's do the math. If you need $60,000 a year in retirement, that usually means saving $1.5 million. But if you bring in just $12,000 a year from a side hustle, suddenly you only need $1.2 million saved. That's a $300,000 difference. Find something you enjoy. Teaching, writing, consulting, making videos, even selling crafts online. It doesn't have to be big. It just has to be yours. This might be the hardest lesson of all. When you're in your 50s or 60s, looking at your empty retirement account, it's easy to feel defeated. It's easy to look at friends posting vacation pictures on Facebook and think they've got it all figured out. I've failed. I want you to hear me clearly. Comparison is poison. Stay positive. Surround yourself with people who lift you up, not drag you down. Join communities, listen to podcasts, talk with others who are in the same boat. There are millions of people like you, starting late but refusing to quit. I used to listen to podcasts like Choose FI and Catching Up to FI. They reminded me I wasn't alone. They reminded me progress is possible, even when the odds feel stacked against you. Your mindset will carry you farther than you think. Finally, let's talk tools. You don't need to spend hundreds on financial advisors or expensive apps. Start with the free ones. Empower, formerly Personal Capital, lets you track everything in one place, plan retirement scenarios, and test what happens if you earn side income or downsize your home. Google Sheets has free templates that let you track spending. Mint.com is simple and powerful. The best tool is the one you'll actually use, and if it's free, even better. But the real lesson here is deeper. Never stop learning. Even in your 60s, you can learn new strategies, new habits, new tools. Every new piece of knowledge can translate into real money saved and real peace of mind. So let me leave you with this. You might feel behind. You might feel ashamed, but don't. What matters is not the years you've lost, but the years you still have. I've lived long enough to tell you this. Retirement is not an age, it's a state of freedom. And freedom is built one choice at a time. Embrace the FIRE mindset, cut the big expenses, use one and done for the small stuff, prioritize yourself, build a little side income, stay positive, use free tools, keep learning. Do those things, and even if you start at 55, you can live a retirement you'll be proud of at 70. I'm Stanley Wolfe. I've walked this path before you. And if there's one thing I know, it's this. It's never too late to buy back your freedom, so don't give up, start today.